Hi, my name is Evan, and I graduated from Johns Hopkins University with a bachelor's in neuroscience, earning a 4.0 GPA. I started tutoring at Hopkins for various classes I took, ranging from biostats to physics. I ended up really liking physics tutoring and served as the head physics tutor during my senior year at Hopkins. When I tutor MCAT students, I emphasize breaking down complex passages into their simplest building blocks and analyzing the answer choice patterns to gain insight into the passage. MCAT passages often describe sophisticated experiments or unfamiliar topics in cars, but at the end of the day, the exam is testing your basic science knowledge and language ability. My approach is to help students bridge what they know to the MCAT and apply efficient test-taking strategy. I've spent over 300 hours tutoring MCAT students. I've worked with students starting from day one of prep to the day before the exam. Students aiming to break 500 and students aiming to break 520. This has also included students of various content area strengths. This is all to say, I'm comfortable working with a wide range of students, and I feel confident in helping with study planning, content review, and of course, practice problem coaching, which we will do a lot of. I recently had a student who had learned English as a second language. This was a big challenge for them, especially in cars. But working with this student really challenged me to up my game in all aspects of tutoring. From content review to working through practice problems together, I had to understand my strategies that I was teaching even more deeply in order to help this student apply them. We worked tirelessly together and eventually improved from a sub 515 score to a 521 on the actual exam. This student helped me deepen my understanding of the tutoring process, and I bring it to all my students, who often see over a 5-point improvement after we work together. While I was preparing for the exam, I was working 4 days a week in research and preparing for a martial arts tournament. It was a really busy time, and I learned to be efficient in all aspects of the MCAT. Many of my students are also juggling MCAT prep with work, volunteering, labs, school, and other major commitments. What's been key to success for my students and myself is breaking down the massive task of MCAT prep into small, incremental goals. I often set weekly or bi-weekly goals with my students to ensure we stay on track for a good result. I first got into tutoring because I enjoyed finding different ways to help students understand tricky concepts, like in physics. I like to view it as a challenge for myself to take something complicated and make it digestible for my students. This is something that's been all the more rewarding with MCAT tutoring, which stands out for its scope and difficulty. What's more, the MCAT is often a deeply personal challenge for students with medical school aspirations. I was in that position, and I remember feeling overwhelmed. Beyond my enjoyment of teaching itself, my greatest reward in MCAT tutoring is seeing students gain confidence in themselves as we work together. Lastly, I just want to thank you for taking the time to hear about my perspectives on MCAT tutoring. I'm always really excited to work with new students, and I hope we can find a great fit together.